were a number of forward-thinking and pragmatic solutions to some of the problems we were talking about in this 2009 Act passed by the House. I have it's a two-sided question. What do you think were the main political and industrial-based obstacles facing this bill? And do you believe that its implementation would have been effective?
The main obstacles? The main obstacle is one of the most effective parts of the bill was the notion of having a cap and trade system so that carbon would be given a price and a value. The main obstacle was that various parts of the political spectrum felt that this would simply be a tax on people, and they would have to pay more for energy services and electricity. And so they opposed paying higher prices for electricity. On the other hand, the people who wanted this bill, like many of the major companies, power companies like General Electric, big utilities like Duke Power, many environmental groups allied with them, this was the US Climate Action Partnership, wanted a price on carbon because they felt that this would stimulate new investment in a whole range of advanced renewable technology. Okay? So we had the politics on one hand of raising fears of higher prices, and on the other hand, a perfectly legitimate movement to have a signal, to have a whole new revolution in energy technology and industry.
Okay, so my second question really gets at the core of your entire presentation. The desire to both increase access to electricity and reduce carbon emissions in the same breath may initially seem counterintuitive to some. Could you explain how and if increasing access will increase greenhouse gases, and how would you reconcile this conflict?
Well, it's an imperative to reduce and eliminate energy poverty in the world. That's what I think. And we simply cannot do it for humanitarian reasons or for reasons of political and social stability. Ensuring universal access will probably require some increase in the use of fossil fuels. There are now creative ways of doing it, which I hope that I've shown in the lecture, about some innovative ways of using renewables to displace diesel to do it. So, but the amount involved, just as the amount of capital involved to do this, is a small proportion of the total capital investment in the world's energy sector. The amount of carbon emissions from providing universal access by any measure will be a small fraction of the world's carbon emissions, and that should be the price we're prepared to pay to get people out of poverty.
Some people say that you talked about hydraulic fracturing.
Right.
Could that be a part of the increasing frequency of earthquake problems at all?
That question has been raised by several people. Will massive hydraulic fracturing of underground shale deposits lead to earthquakes? I would say I don't know the answer. It's probably worth it's worth a scientific study, as all of these issues are. I would say without some investigation, it would be fruitless to speculate. But yes, it is a question that's been raised by many, and it's been raised enough so that I do think there's going to be an effort to examine it. At least the President's Commission basically felt that they have not seen a cause for concern so far, but I do feel that I don't want to sound complacent. It's something that needs to be investigated and watched.
All right, thank you.